Have you ever stopped and wondered, are emotions and feelings the same thing? I mean, we use those words interchangeably, don't we? Like, I feel stressed, I feel nervous, I feel upset, I feel irritated, I feel anxious. But what many of us don't realize is that emotions and feelings are actually not the same thing. And learning about the differences can help you clarify some of the confusion and help you deal with them better. Hi and welcome to Sense of Synergy channel. I'm Carolina and I'm a hypnopsychotherapist, mindfulness teacher, and I have almost 10 years of working experience in the mental health sector. Over the years, I've supported countless individuals towards better mental health and well-being. And today, I'm bringing those insights and tools with me to this channel. So if you're interested in topics like personal growth and development, make sure you stick around with me. Imagine this. You wake up in the middle of the night because you hear someone banging downstairs. Before you even think about what's happening, what it might be, who it might be, your body reacts. Your heart starts pounding. Your muscles tense. Your breathing becomes shallow. You feel that rush of adrenaline. And that reaction happened before you had the time or ability to think, analyze, or name what might actually be happening in that moment. And that's exactly what an emotion is. Emotions are physical events. They're physiological changes happening in your brain and body in response to internal or external situations or stimuli. They're changes in your heart rate, blood pressure, body temperature, breathing rate, muscle tension, or even release of chemicals like adrenaline, dopamine, cortisol, or serotonin. Emotions are body responses and biological processes. So they're fast, automatic, and deeply wired in our biology and neurophysiology. And they've evolved to help us stay alive and survive, and to serve us, humans, as messages and signals. And we usually distinguish 6 core emotions: sadness, fear, anger, disgust, surprise, and happiness. And this way of understanding what emotions are goes all the way back to the very origins of this word. So our English word emotion actually comes from those 2 Latin words, which translated to move and energy in motion. So quite literally, emotion is energy in motion. And perhaps you've never noticed it before, but once you see it, you can't unsee it. Our word, emotion, right? So what does this all mean again? Well, it means that emotions are an inherent part of us. And that's why when we try to ignore them, suppress them, push them away, or pretend that we're not feeling certain things, over time we often start experiencing various mental or physical health problems. And that's because at the end of the day, emotions are physiological processes. So they're meant to happen and move through our body and resolve naturally instead of getting stuck in it. In the next few videos, you'll learn more about how to navigate your emotions in a healthy, accepting way. Feel free to check out my whole playlist about emotions at the end of this video as well. Now let's talk about feelings. Picture 2 people about to step onto a stage to do some public speaking. Both have racing hearts, fast breathing, sweaty palms, and that butterfly sensation in the stomach. Same physical reaction, but one of them says, I feel so excited about this opportunity. And the other one says, I feel so anxious. I feel like I'm not prepared enough to do this. Same bodily reaction, but different feeling. Why? Because feelings are interpretations. They're cognitive and mental labels we give, and the words we use to describe what we think, keyword think, is happening inside of us. So where emotion is that physical event, physiological changes, feelings are the story you tell yourself about those reactions. Frustration, disappointment, pride, curiosity, excitement. They're all examples of feelings. So our modern word feeling comes from this old English word, and it meant to perceive. And because we're all so different, right, as people, as human beings, the way we perceive things is going to differ from person to person. And that's why feelings are subjective. Think back to that example about public speaking, where we had two people experiencing the same event, experiencing the same bodily changes, but they interpreted their experiences differently and put different names, different labels on their experiences. With one of them saying they feel excited, the other one saying they feel anxious. And another thing about feelings is that they can be misinterpreted based on our subconscious biases and beliefs. Person A approached this situation of public speaking with optimism and felt empowered and excited and saw it as an opportunity for them. Versus person B, who felt quite the opposite. They felt quite disempowered, unsure, uncertain, and potentially lacked confidence in that moment. And that difference can stem from that inner dialogue and inner beliefs that those two people hold about themselves, whether consciously or subconsciously. So that's yet another thing that can contribute to how we interpret feelings as words, as those labels we give to our experiences, completely differently. And let's also remember that feelings are cognitive processes and they heavily rely on our language abilities. So essentially what that means is it's about what vocabulary, what words we've got available, what words we tend to use, what words we know to describe our internal experiences. That's another factor that can make those differences so significant between two different people. And finally, another thing about feelings is that they add a bit more richness and descriptiveness to our experiences, because feelings come on a scale, so to speak. So let's have a think about this example. So you can feel irritated, you can feel frustrated, you can feel annoyed, or you can feel like you're about to explode. So to summarize all this, emotions are body processes. Feelings are thinking processes. Emotions happen first. They're instinctive and deeply wired into our mind and body. They're those core energies and physiological reactions. Feelings and thinking happens after. When we do the, how am I feeling? What am I feeling? And we find the word that we think matches that internal state in that moment. So as you can see, emotions are something deeper. They tap into our biology, physiology, our instincts, and how we're wired as human beings. And understanding this core fact about emotions can help you change the way you see those internal experiences. It can help you stop fighting with your emotions and start listening to what they've got to say. Learning breath awareness and breathing techniques can be a really helpful tool in managing intense, difficult emotions or even your daily stress levels. And that's why I've created this free webinar, You Are How You Breathe, which talks everything about breath work and breathing techniques. All you need to do to get access to this webinar is go to my website, www.senseofsynergy.com, leave your email address there, and I'll send you a link to your inbox. I hope that this video was useful and insightful for you. Let me know in the comments down below, what's the one thing you find tricky when it comes to emotions? If you've learned something new about emotions today, give me a thumbs up or send this video to someone you know to pass this message on. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more videos like this. Thank you so much for watching and for being here. Take care, and I'll see you in the next one.